Hello. This video is basically a response to those who responded to my verse video. Basically the criticisms on the authorship of the Gospels and who knew Jesus Christ. That's pretty much the only thing that was contested. Actually, nobody really contested that Peter knew Jesus Christ, which is interesting because of what he taught in his epistles. But before I get there, though, I want to point out that the issue of according to was handled by another person, Investigating Islam. Apparently the Muslims use according to also in their writings, and to see that, there should be a video link if it puts it up for me, going to Investigating Islam's video concerning that. And there we go. Alright, the Gospel of Matthew. How do we know that Matthew wrote it? How do we know that it was a disciple who wrote it? How do we know that he knew Jesus Christ personally? One way to know is the early church used Matthew a lot. They referred to Matthew more often than the other Gospels, and they referred to it as Matthew's Gospel. I'm sure some of them knew him personally, and there's no reason not to believe that Matthew did it other than the fact that he did it, because that's who they say did it. To know that he was an eyewitness and was there, all you have to do is read the Gospel. It says right in there, it says we. He uses we follow Jesus Christ here, we this, we that, we this. Whenever he refers to the disciples as a group who were with Jesus Christ day and night, he says we. He included himself in there, whereas Mark says they. They went here, they did this, they did that, so obviously Mark was not a witness. Today when authors, when they write basically reports, newspapers, or especially in magazines, they use I was there, I saw this, I spoke to this person, and stuff like that. Well, they do that because they want recognition and notoriety. Matthew did not use I when Jesus came to collect him. He didn't say I arose and followed him. He said he arose and followed him, referring to himself, because he was not glorifying himself. The gospel is not about him. It's about the good word of Jesus Christ and what Jesus Christ did for us, and dying on the cross and all that good stuff. Alright, by using we, the author of the first gospel included himself amongst the disciples. One big indication that that particular disciple that wrote it is Matthew is that if you read the Gospel, there's a lot of references towards numbers, statistics, and whatnot, and stuff like that. And Matthew was a tax collector, so he knew numbers very well and was probably very interested in numbers. Quick examples would be Matthew 1:17, Matthew 18:24, and 25:15. And being a tax collector, he was obviously educated, and therefore educated enough to quite probably write a gospel. The fourth gospel, known as the Gospel of John, the author there refers to himself as the disciple whom Jesus loved, which means he's claiming to be a disciple. And in 21:24, he says that the gospel that which you just read is his testimony, which means he is an eyewitness, which means he knew Jesus Christ personally. Also, he does not refer to himself as I, because again, the gospel is not about him. He does not seek fame or notoriety. He just wants to spread the good news, which is what the gospel is. The early church, who probably knew John pretty well because he outlived all the other disciples and everyone else, he's the only one who was not martyred, and probably died of old age. I don't know what he died of actually. But anyway, one quick reference that you could have though with the Bible to know that John wrote the fourth gospel. He refers to, or the author of the fourth gospel refers to Jesus Christ as the Word. Jesus is also referred to as the Word in the first epistle of John. And in Revelations, at the end, Jesus Christ is referred to as the Word. And I'm pretty sure that's the only 3 books that refer to Jesus Christ as the Word in the New Testament. And in Revelations, John refers to himself as John. So you can connect everything that way, and the writings of the books attributed to John are similar in style, and I don't know. Pretty much, I trust the early church way more than I trust conspiracy theorists of today. I mean, there's no reason for anybody not to. The first epistle of Peter. Peter says that he was a witness to the sufferings of Christ. He was one of the original disciples. He knew Christ personally. Matthew knew him personally. John knew him personally. James, who wrote the Epistle of James, was the brother of Christ. He knew him personally. James, in fact, at first didn't believe until he saw the resurrection. And who would know his brother more than James? You know, I trust James way more than I would trust you. It turns out Jude, the Epistle of Jude, was written by Jude, and he was the other brother of Jesus Christ, so chances are pretty good he knew him personally as well. That would be 5 people of the New Testament who knew Jesus Christ personally. Muhammad did not know Jesus Christ personally. He didn't even know somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody who knew Jesus Christ personally. The person who has the least authority, he has 0 authority on Jesus Christ, would be Muhammad. There are people from the early church who were witnesses and knew Jesus Christ personally. I trust all of them way more than I trust you.